I just read a book about the late Bessie Coleman. She was the first African-American woman pilot in the world. I read about Miss Coleman because I live in the Wright Dunbar business village. It was here, just off West 3rd Street in Dayton, where two bicycle shop owners invented this airplane. Orville and Wilbur Wright grew up on the street where I live now. I guess you could say flight got its wings right here in my neighborhood. I love that more families are moving here. It used to be not such a nice area, but lots of grown-ups got together and are turning my neighborhood into an area full of nice homes, shops, businesses, and my school, Edison Elementary School. The book about Bessie Coleman was really good. My mom and dad learned about a program called Read and Rise at my little sister's daycare center. The Dayton Urban League told them about it. Mom and Dad went to classes and learned how to inspire me to like reading. It worked. Now I love reading. I learned that Bessie Coleman was the 10th child of 13 children. Even though young African American girls back then didn't have very many opportunities, she didn't let anything keep her down. She was rejected at all the flying schools because she was a black woman. So she saved up all her money and learned how to speak French and moved to France, where she finally earned her pilot's license. When she came back to the United States, she was famous and everyone wanted to go to air shows to watch her. She didn't take no for an answer. She kept her eye on her dream. The Wright brothers were planners and dreamers too. It's fun to live in my neighborhood where we have the Wright cycle shop. It makes me feel like I could be famous someday. Because dreams do come true. Just ask Mr. Bing Davis. People all over the world have his paintings on their walls. He's so famous he could have opened his art studio anywhere in the world. But Mr. Davis's art gallery is just up the street. We even have a museum called the Wright Dunbar Interpretive Center. It's part of the National Park Service. And my dad says there are lots of opportunities for new businesses in the village. Wow, you might say my neighborhood is built on dreams. Many of the houses in my neighborhood were actually built by high school kids like my friend Marcus. They go to a school called ISIS where they learn skills to help them get a job. My buddy Marcus told me that they even learned how to make an identical copy of the Wright brothers' home. It's in my neighborhood, across the street from the exact place where the Wright brothers' house used to be. I also lived pretty close to Paul Laurence Dunbar's house. He was the first black poet to become famous all over America. I heard he was so famous he even went to other countries to share his poems. And he went to school with Orville Wright. The last couple of years have been especially fun in my neighborhood because there's more to do and see. Mom and I love to go to the new Subway for a sandwich some nights after she gets home from work. And I love browsing through the books at Miss Hill's bookstore called In His Image. So many of the books there inspire me and fill my spirit. If I'm really, really good, Mom and Dad take us to Smokin' Joe's restaurant. Now that's some good cooking. Nearby is this really nice building called the Victor J. Casano Health Center. Doctors and nurses there take care of grandmas and grandpas, moms, dads, and even little babies. And the Dayton Urban League is right in the neighborhood too. Thanks to the Urban League and the Read and Rise program, I really like to read. I like to read about people who might not have had many opportunities for success, but they had determination, a positive attitude, and most of all, they had a dream.